And ALEKS is you can see here, is a personalized way to learn at your own pace. ALEKS figures out topics you already know. Now, how it does this is, let's see, there we go. Let's, for example, say I'm solving linear equations. 1/3 x minus 7 equals 5 times x minus 3. Well, in order to solve these, I need to know how to figure out LCM. I also need to know how to use the distributive property. And any other topics, combined like terms, so forth. Well, what they've done is they've mapped all the different topics together, such that if I'm taking the beginning pretest and I don't know how to combine like terms, then it's going to lock this topic, because until I master this item, I can't solve linear equations. Until I master distributive property, I cannot solve this. And until I master that, I cannot solve that. So it goes through in adaptive testing. I'm not real fond of adaptive testing, but it does that. It checks to see if you do not know how to do the distributive property, it does not show you how to solve a linear equation. It doesn't give you that problem to try. And so then it marks that as a topic you need to learn. So that's what it talks about, figures out topics you already know, and then helps you right path to success. So if I get started here, there's a main menu, notifications, and it walks you through. This is kind of a pain at first. It's got tools tutorial here. I'll skip it because I already know how to use it. Okay. Well, yeah, I thought I skipped it. Okay, so I've completed the tutorial. Now I get down here. This is where it'll have you do your initial knowledge check. And if I click Start Knowledge Check, let's see, it tells me this: stay focused, don't get distracted. Okay, have pencil and paper, don't get help from others. And it'll tell you how many topics to learn once you're done. This gives you hints and everything else. Start Knowledge Check. Okay, what score does he need on his next test? So his average is 78. Let's say I put in 33. And then I'll click Submit. Or you could say I don't know. Because there's a big difference on whether you think you know the answer and you get it wrong versus you really don't know and you get it wrong. Okay, let me get this. Let's see, this one's got 24 and 42. Let me put 6 in there. And I don't know, put 3 here. And then actually let me get this one correct. Okay, so plus or let's see. So I'm going to need a negative. So I got square root of 45. So I got negative 3 square root of 5 and comma, and then 3 square root of 5. Okay, let me get this one wrong. Say that's 3 and this is 4. And let's say I know how to, well, no, let's say I get this wrong. Or x plus 9, x minus 3, even though it says w's. Oh, use correct variable. That's user friendly. Okay, w plus 9, w plus 3, and submit. And I'll say that's 3. And I'll say that's 4. 5. 6. Wonder how many questions. I forget how many they said you have to go through. 3s. So I'm not doing very well, as you can see. Okay. 3, submit. And say 17. 3, 3, 4. I know this is exciting watching me get these wrong. 4. If I put in the 4s in, they're bound to be correct. Using the pencil, plot to point. Okay, I put a point there, submit. Okay. Eraser, erase that, submit. Okay. And put in 8 here. 3, 3, 3, 3. Well, I'm really not very good. 3, 3, 3. I think I'm good because I'm not clicking. I don't know. 3, 3. Guess can't put 3. Less than, less than, less than. Okay, we're just about there. 3. And plot this. Okay, there we go. Submit that. Nice job. Wouldn't say it's a nice job. You've mastered 3 of the 680 topics. 686 topics. Somebody else who goes through and does the same pretest, it could be that they'll master 100 topics or 200 topics. So they'll have actually less topics to complete. So it's based upon whether you've mastered a topic or not. It's kind of a lot of the colleges are doing module-based approach, and this is kind of modules here where it goes through and figures out what you already know, and then the topics you don't know, plus the prereqs that might go with them, and then assigns it. Okay, gray area shows what you'll learn in this class. Got it. Continue. I'll say start my path. Personal Pi, next. Select slice, give more information. You've unlocked it, so go to your timeline to see it. Okay. Get through all this introductory stuff. Actually read. Okay. Now I'll start my path. Now it'll get to the first material here. It tells me how to plot integers on a number line. So it goes through and explains that. And I'll click next. Got it. Then click you see you can scroll down. It tells you that. And I can say start. This shows how many correct answers you need in a row. Use explanation button. Okay. So I want to plot -4. So I'm going to go put -4 on my number line. I put 6 on the number line. And I'll put 12 on the number line right here. And then I'll say check. And it'll come back and tell me whether I did it right or not. Kind of same as the other topics. I'll click next. And plot -6. Right here. 9 right here. And -1. And check. And let's see, plot. Oops. Oh, next. Okay, it assumes that I oh no, got those. And 11 should read the instructions. 11, -1, and -4, and then check. Okay. So it gets there and gives you these nice keep it up, and I've achieved that topic, that goal. So I continue my path, and it takes me to the next one then. And there's ways you can contact your instructor too if you got questions. Now if I do the drop down here, these are the different topics I could switch to. So if I want to switch ahead and do integer multiplication and division, I can. Some of these, when you get over here, will be locked. See how this says this is locked? Well, it assumes you can't do the distributive property if you can't multiply negative numbers together, for example. Here, combining like terms. Well, it assumes that you can't do that until you master those earlier topics. So it's based upon a mastery system. Now what you'll find is some students will have a few topics to do each week because they've already mastered those other ones, while other students may have 80 topics to finish. And the beauty of this is, unlike my math lab, which you assign sections, and then if they get them done, fantastic. If they don't get them done, well, the next sections are still due the following week. And so they haven't really mastered that beginning material, so when they go on to the next, well, they got a very weak foundation and they're not successful. Now you can set up my math lab, I believe, such that you can have they have to get a certain percent in this area before they can proceed on and so forth. But with ALEKS, this is already pre-designed, so I don't have to sit there and try to figure out, well, what do you need to know in order to solve linear equations? But anyway, this is an overview of ALEKS.